I was just turning off my music, which was an Indra mantra, and I was looking, wow, Indra looks a lot like my guru, who identifies with Indra and with Rahula, there's a picture of him in the back of one of his books. But I was listening to the one, vajra hasta, which I think it means rapid benzra, and he had a very rapid benzra. He was also there very, very rapidly in terms of, he was surprised that my embryo, when he touched it in the petri dish, that I didn't come out with like fingerprint patterns. He actually looked at me one time to see if they were there. They were not. You know, things wash off in the womb. But when you approach somebody to be a guru, it's the totality of your life. Same as if you approach, say, a lama, you approach for the totality of your life. A Kempo, you might be able to negotiate a more partial situation with a Kempo. And a Kenshin is kind of like, you're off the map. So a Kenshin is not necessarily a lama and not necessarily a Kempo. It might be a Kempo on some subjects and not on others. A Kempo is like a dogpo except religious, which is like a master. We really went over this, the difference between guru and master. There really are two different words. Okay, so depending on what you're looking at, depending on what you bring, a lot of people want to become lamas, but they end up Kempos because that's what people bring to them. As far as the circumstance to be a Kempo, I really don't have that. I think my son has that more. So the kinds of people that when you address in the continuum, the people around you, as to whether they're your lama or your Kempo or your dogpo or what, you start to build up the traits that maybe you can start becoming more self-determining, show deliberate action in your choices. And then when you approach somebody who can be a guru, you have something there that the guru energy, the vajra hasta starts to happen, okay? Without it, there's nothing, And then Indra invented grammar. He's up there. See him? There he is. And he invented grammar not because he was weak in war, but because he wanted to give people a fighting chance. And it's not because he uses grammar or discussion for his decision making, but it's how he gets to know you before he decides.